Hey folks, it is January 2021 and we are talking about the importance of teaching our kids the power of small things. Now, as a point of introduction, and I hate to be redundant, and I know that I am, but it bears repeating that these are the kind of lessons that we want to teach our kids. And this is the glory of homeschooling, that we can wed principles of life with opportunities of life so that our kids have this in not just their head, but their heart. And wow, if our kids can learn to do small things well, they are on their way to success in life. Now, we could talk about the direct benefits of doing small things. That would be very appropriate. I mean, most success in life is the accumulation of doing small things right and doing them right consistently over a period of time. And when we do that, we get a good result. Say, like budgeting. If we spend less than we make, we end up over time having a savings. But I would suggest to you there's an even greater reason to teach our kids the power of small things than just the direct benefits, because there's some indirect benefits as well. And one that's really important in the Smith household is that by teaching our kids the power of small things, we create a perspective about different areas in life regarding these things. For example, I'm in our dining room right now, and when our kids get up, we've tried to teach them to say, "May I be excused?" Now, it's just a small way to show manners, and that's why we do it. But what we do unintentionally, the perspective we create in doing these small things, we teach our children respect for authorities and respect for their elders. Now, again, we didn't get all this in our mind. We're going to do all these things at once. It's just when we do the little things right, they create a perspective, the right perspective in many arenas. And so when our kids leave our home, hopefully by not just doing "May I be excused," but other things, they'll have a real respect for authority. If they get pulled over by the police for going too fast, they'll know to treat that policeman with respect. If they talk with an older person, somebody walks in, an elderly person walks in, they will know to stand up according to Leviticus and show due respect to that person's age. So that's just one example of what a perspective would do. A second perspective, let's just stay in the dining room. Our kids are in the habit of picking up their plates, the silverware, and their cups and taking them over to the bar to be washed or put in the dishwasher. Now, that's a practical thing that we do, because if my wife has to pick up between 13 to 20 place settings, depending on who all's eating with us that night, it'll take her half the night just to get things over to the counter to work. And so we do that to save her time. But another perspective is being taught at this time. And that is to my sons especially: honor your wife, do all that you can to make your wife or your mother of your children, make her job as easy as possible. One small thing you can do is take all of your silverware and dishware to the countertop. And again, this teaches our sons to be thinking of their wives in a respectful way. It gives them the right perspective. I trust that makes sense. And folks, when we do this in just numerous areas, these little small things, not only will our kids receive the direct benefit of the actions, sow an action, you reap an action, but they also will sow an action and reap a perspective at the same time. And can I tell you, I think that perspective will serve them well and probably much longer than the direct benefit. This is Kirk Smith with ICHE's Take 5.